Art Deco buildings in the Vice City beachfront scenes, most people saw set dressing. What Rockstar actually built were direct architectural recreations of the South Beach Historic District, the same buildings that survived the 1926 Miami hurricane, the largest concentration of Art Deco architecture in the world. That detail isn't in any breakdown I've seen, and it's not the only one. 2 trailers, thousands of breakdowns, and the most important details are still sitting there, waiting for someone who knows what to look for. This is Rockstar Decoded. Here's something most people don't understand about Rockstar. In GTA 5's first trailer, there's a shot of Michael sitting by a pool in Rockford Hills. In the background, a tennis court. Players didn't think about that shot until they were 30 hours into the game and realized Michael's wife was sleeping with the tennis coach. It was there on day 1. In Red Dead Redemption 2, the Chapter 1 camp scene where Dutch talks about going somewhere where society can't touch them, the exact coordinates he describes match the location where Arthur dies. Rockstar put the ending in the opening. Nobody caught it until after the credits rolled. GTA 6 is no different. The question isn't whether the details are there. The question is whether you know what to look for. They don't put things in their trailers by accident. Every frame is deliberate. Every background detail, every piece of signage, every song choice. It's all intentional. They've been doing this since GTA 3. Most people who watched trailer 2 caught the obvious stuff. Jason and Lucia, the Leonida landscape, the action sequences. What most people missed was how deliberately Rockstar constructed the background of every scene. In documentary filmmaking, there's a principle called Mise-en-Scène. Everything in the frame means something. Rockstar applies this to trailers the same way Kubrick applied it to cinema. Look at the highway overpass scene. In the background, there are billboards. Most viewers see decoration. What you're actually seeing is Rockstar's satirical map of modern American consumer culture compressed into a single frame. They did the same thing in GTA 5's opening sequence. The billboards in Los Santos weren't just flavor. They were a social commentary on the 2008 financial collapse that most players walked past without reading. Rockstar trusts that someone will pause the video. They always reward the person who does. Now here's the detail that stopped me. In multiple scenes across both trailers, Rockstar has recreated specific Florida architectural styles with a level of accuracy that goes way beyond visual reference. The Art Deco buildings along what appears to be Vice City's beachfront, those aren't generic city textures. Those are modeled directly after the South Beach Historic District, the same buildings that survived the 1926 Miami hurricane and became the largest concentration of Art Deco architecture in the world. Why does that matter? Because Rockstar isn't building a city that looks like Florida. They're building a city that feels like Florida has felt for 100 years. The weight of the architecture, the way old money and new money crash into each other, the buildings that survived. That's not game design. That's cultural preservation inside a crime game. And that's what separates Rockstar from every other studio on the planet. It's also why they can get away with 2.5 years of silence, and the internet does their marketing for them. They've trained us to decode the scraps they throw. That's not an accident either. The most analyzed part of the trailers has been the visuals, but the music is doing something the visuals can't. Trailer 1 opens with Tom Petty's Love is a Long Road. Most people heard that and thought, great song, classic rock, Florida vibe, nice choice. That's not what's happening. Tom Petty was from Gainesville, Florida. He spent his entire career writing about escaping small-town America and the desperate people who get trapped inside it. Love is a Long Road is specifically about the cost of ambition, the price you pay when you want something that your circumstances weren't built to give you. Rockstar opened their most anticipated game in history with a song about the American dream being harder than it looks. They introduced Lucia, a Latina woman in what appears to be a correctional facility, over a Tom Petty song about escape and cost. That is not a coincidence. That is a thesis statement. Here's where it all connects. Across both trailers, there is a consistent visual motif that Rockstar keeps returning to: water. Swamps, coastlines, flooded streets, rain, boat chases, waterfront properties. Florida is defined by water. The Everglades, the Atlantic coast, the Gulf Coast, the constant threat of hurricanes, the way development has pushed into wetlands that were never meant to hold cities. Rockstar isn't just using water as a visual backdrop. They're using Florida's relationship with water as a metaphor for everything the game is about. Things that look stable on the surface, built on ground that cannot hold them. That's Leonida. That's Jason and Lucia. That's every character who's going to walk through this world believing they found solid ground. 2 trailers, and Rockstar has already given us the game's entire emotional architecture if you know how to read it. The buildings that survived impossible weather. The music about ambition and cost. The water underneath everything that looks solid. November 19th is the date everything changes. But between now and then, there are more layers to pull back. Because Rockstar doesn't just build games. They build worlds with memory. Worlds where the details you miss on the first pass are the ones that hit you hardest at the end. Next time we decode Lucia Caminos, who she really is, what she represents, and why Rockstar made her the character they'd never made before. This is Rockstar Decoded.